think it has something to do with the day. It's Halloween. It's when they say that the spiritual veil between the living world and the spirit world is the thinnest.
Okay, wait. I just heard a whisper say Andrew in my left ear. No. I saw a woman.
I wasn't in here.
Where were you?
I was
Dude!
For centuries, people have debated the question of an afterlife in which the spirits of the deceased roam here on Earth with us. It is our passion to turn that question into an answer. My name is Ryan Zacherl. Are you touching the doll? I am joined by my two best friends, Dave Gear.
I've never been scared to the point to where I fear my well-being. That's 2 times in 1 hour.
And Steve Hummel.
I've seen things, I've heard things in my lifetime that still makes my skin crawl. And this night is surely one of them. It is. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Sitting just 40 miles west of Pittsburgh is the small and quiet town of East Liverpool, Ohio. Right in the middle of this little city is the Jc Thompson Building.
The building itself was built in 1889, and there was a fire that destroyed the entire city block in 1909. During that fire, that was documented the first confirmed death in the building. Right after the fire was put out, they're not sure if he was looting or if he was actually helping, but Bert Sweargarden was crushed by the wall of the Thompson Building, fell into the basement. They said his face and his head was crushed from that.
What many people don't know is that the Jc Thompson Building has a mysterious past.
Rumors are that this area was a brothel. I have found some historical documents stating that there was a brothel up and running in this area, and it gives the location of where the building is.
Any building that was once surrounded by illegal activities is bound to have some unexplained history. And it isn't surprising that the Jc Thompson Building has many stories of paranormal activity.
Well, we were having an investigation, and we had a group of people all crowded in here, and I was on my knee right here in the corner, and I happened to look up, and in the corner, in this doorway right here, there was a full-bodied apparition. There was a woman, and she was leaning out of the doorway, and she was looking right at me.
Do you think that this woman could be maybe the spirit of a prostitute or a woman who worked up here?
That could very well be. I mean, you know, I was really surprised. I mean, shocked is more like the word, because I normally don't see stuff like that, you know? I mean, who does?
Right.
And I looked up, and there she was, and she was staring at me just as much as I was staring at her.
Paranormal experiences that connect directly to the history of the building are very compelling. As I continue to ask questions, it turns out Mike isn't the only person who has seen this woman.
Last year, I was locking up after an investigation. I was down on the Diamond, and we were just building our website, so I was taking pictures of the outside of the building in the dark. I took one picture with my cell phone, and I looked and I could see something in the window. So I zoomed in, and it looked like a full-figure woman, Victorian dress, long-sleeved, high neck with a Victorian hairstyle, standing off to the side. And being who I am, I took a step back and took another picture of the same window to see if there was debris hanging down or if it was just a trick. But there's no debris in the window. There's nothing hanging from the ceilings, no curtains.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that is amazing. Now, who do you think this woman might be?
Well, there's been rumors that this was a brothel, so we feel that it's probably one of the ladies of the night. and they've had conversation with them as well in different areas of the building. But I've also found in some historical documents from East Liverpool where a gentleman was running a brothel on Market and 6th, which is the location of this building.
Could Sarah have captured a picture of an apparition of one of the prostitutes who used to work in this brothel? Paranormal evidence that is this compelling really makes you start to wonder, what other experiences are people having in this building?
There was one group who, as they were packing up for the night and I was escorting them out, they were, you know, talking and on their EVP they were, you know, saying goodbye to the building. The lady says, you know, is there somebody who could say hello, goodbye, or something to us? And plain as day, a voice comes over and says, "Hi, Sarah," which is my name.
Hello or goodbye or something to us.
With the shadowy history behind the Jc Thompson Building, it doesn't come as a surprise to find out that there are so many ghost stories. The Jc Thompson Building is riddled with a dark past that may have taken the lives of those who dared to enter. And it appears that those who died here have no plans of leaving anytime soon.
The evolution of Samhain into what we now know as Halloween today, the best way I can describe it would be that it started out as the Celtic faith belief of Samhain. That was picked up by the Christian church and turned into a two-part holiday of All Hallows Eve and All Hallows Day. Those then became known as Hallowmas, which then became translated into what we now celebrate as Halloween.
Well, the biggest connection that everybody is kind of misled about is they look at Halloween and they see candy and they see costumes, and then they correlate it to the Salem witch trials. None of that has anything to do with Halloween. Halloween is just simply the time of year where the veil is very thin between our world to the spirit world. But back in folklore, you know, you would wear masks. You would wear things to kind of prevent the demons, the evil spirits, to repel against you or to think that you are one with them. You know, in our home, in our family tradition, we always honor the dead. We always honor the deceased loved ones that have died that year. So we always carve the jack-o'-lantern. And basically what that does is we put the tea light inside of the jack-o'-lantern, and it lights the way for the spirit to come into our home, to sit at our dinner table, to reminisce with us, to say hello, hey, we're here, we're safe.
Well, the biggest thing that I've come to realize is that most people believe that Halloween or Samhain or Hallowmas or anything that you see it, they automatically tell me you can't celebrate something like that because it's the devil's birthday. It's not anything to do with the devil. It's nothing evil. It's representing the cycle of life. It's transition between the end of a year and the beginning of something new. It's when you would let go of anything that was holding you down in the past, and it was giving you a fresh start.
October 31st, you know, as we say, the veil is thin, but it's also times for ourselves, for our spiritual selves, to surrender and release. Like a life-death rebirth ritual is predominantly done throughout the month of October, where we shed the old, where we know the things in our lives that we no longer need, that no longer serve us. We have to identify them, and then we offer them up. You fill those voids, you fill those spots with things that are going to help you progress as a human being, progress to a higher level of extension as well as self-actualization.
The Celts believed that the costumes were a way to honor the cycle of life. It translated whenever it came through the Christian faith, it was so that the spirits wouldn't follow them home. The people in the towns would dress up in costumes because they still believed that spirits could haunt them and hurt the families. So they would dress up to make sure that the spirits couldn't follow them home and wouldn't recognize them.
Folklore in Stregoria states that Hecate, who is the underworld goddess, releases all of the demons from the underworld, which has a correlation between the water, because it's the underworld. It's that constant source of energy that it always flows. And she releases these demons to do her bidding. So people need to be very cautious during Hallowmas, Halloween, Samhain. They need to be extremely cautious because at that time, and it has been proven over and over again, centuries and centuries, that is the time the demons do arise from the underworld. And you know, if you go back and correlate that to the wicked old masks and stuff like that the kids have to wear to kind of blend into the demonic forces, that it makes sense. It correlates, it all correlates, and it all kind of just fits all pieces of the puzzle together.
Now that the history and ancient ideologies of Halloween night have been explained, only one question remains. When we enter the Jc Thompson Building on this night, when the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, will the spirits that reside there communicate with us? Tonight, 3 of us will be attempting to communicate with the spirits of the Jc Thompson Building. Myself and Dave will lead this charge. But unfortunately, Steve is not able to make it to this investigation because of a work-related activity. So we brought in a reoccurring PQ guest investigator named Andrew Stahl, who has notoriously been known for being targeted by the spirits of haunted locations.
It sounded like somebody screaming, but they sound muffled.
We hope that tonight, the same will happen, and that Andrew's presence will incite activity here on Halloween night in the Jc Thompson Building. To begin the investigation, we are going to start with our abandonment tactic, where we set up our equipment and leave the building to see what happens while we are gone. We set up a camera in the basement, which is an area that was once thought to be a speakeasy. This is also where Bert's swear garden was crushed by one of the walls when the Thompson Building burned down in the early 1900s. And as we are on our way up to the 3rd floor to set up this camera in the old brothel, we become sidetracked as we walk into a room and suddenly feel static energy and a drop in temperature that catches us off guard.
Okay, so we're walking through. Do you not feel that, Andrew?
No, I do. I feel like something punched me in the face.
Really?
My cheekbone hurts.
Recording, 2nd floor. Who is this? Did you punch Andrew? The car outside. Like, I walked right in here and it's like every hair on my body just stood up on end right here. And this is nuts because this is where Mike was telling me about how he saw the woman standing in this doorway right here.
And in the corner, in this doorway right here, there was a full-bodied apparition. There was a woman, and she was leaning out of the doorway, and she was looking right at me.
Whoa! 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 I'm freezing. I feel. Oh, I'm freezing.
Yeah, there's like a big cold spot. Right
Whoa!
here. Like I just felt like.
Whoa! Whoa!
I got really dizzy.
Whoa!
Me too.
Whoa! I'm freezing. Oh God!
Oh my God! I got.
Whoa!
Wait, hold on a second, Andrew. Hold on. If you're here, and we're feeling your presence, talk into this light in my hand. That's a motorcycle. Okay.
As soon as you were gone, I felt like just like buckets of ice water hitting me.
Really?
Buckets. It's letting up, but it's still a little sore. I feel like
Right.
kind of like someone almost did this.
Could Andrew's apprehension and open mind allow these spirits to target him? The activity seems to be centered around him. Could it be possible that someone is grabbing his face, trying to send him a message?
Well, I know, like, I was fine there, but when I walked over, whoa, same thing just happened right there. Like,
What?
I got kind of dizzy.
Again?
But that's...
Well, you walked right past where he said, when he saw the woman, said she was, like, she said, he was on his knee right here, and said that she was standing right here, looking down.
Did you just touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the whole time.
You didn't touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the entire time.
Somebody pulled my jacket.
I didn't.
Someone pulled my jacket.
Dude, it is so cold beside him. Feel that.
Somebody.
And it's not coming in from here.
That was my hand.
Okay, someone pulled my jacket.
No, because it's hot in that room. Like, coming.
Ah, okay, wait. I just heard a whisper say Andrew in my left ear. Is someone here upset that I'm here? I don't mean you any harm at all.
With the pressure on his face, the tug on his jacket, the whisper in his ear, and the cold energy surrounding Andrew, there is no doubt now that these spirits seem to be targeting him. On the night when the veil between our world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, could Andrew be communicating with the other side?
Can you stand where you were when Mike saw you?
I am so dizzy right now. I feel like I'm on a swaying ship.
It's almost like you walked. As soon as we walked in here, it was like our equilibrium just got thrown off.
I feel like I'm on a swaying ship. Are you making me dizzy?
We just like walked up the stairs. We were getting ready to set our stuff up and take off for a few minutes, but we haven't even got to do that yet.
I feel like I'm on a boat in the middle of the ocean right now. I really do.
The energy in the room has become so intense that it's beginning to become overwhelming. We have yet to capture any physical evidence of the paranormal, but if this energy continues to build, the evidence is not far behind.
Well, I can't. Ah, man, I can't. It's like the dizziness is just, whoa, like.
There's a lot of energy up here tonight. And what's really interesting is I've been in this building multiple times, and it's never had this energy to it. But I think it has something to do with the day. It's Halloween. It's Samhain night. It's when they say that the spiritual veil between the living world and the spirit world is the thinnest. So maybe that'll play into tonight, and they'll be able to come through and communicate with us.
Yeah, it doesn't feel bad, but I kind of feel like I'd like to move out of this area because I don't feel like any of this is real right now. I don't feel threatened or in danger.
Right. Let's keep rolling, but let's go up to the 3rd floor.
Andrew does not feel comfortable in this area anymore, so it's time to continue with our abandonment tactic. We head up to the 3rd floor and set up the camera pointing from the back of the building to the front of the building. The room at the far end of this hallway is the room where Sarah caught the picture of the woman standing in the window. Hopefully this woman will show herself in this room tonight. With our camera still rolling in the basement, it is time for us to leave the building and see what all of our equipment picks up. Now that the building is completely empty, our equipment is ready to pick up any activity that occurs while we are gone. Up on the 3rd floor, in the area that was once rumored to be a brothel during Prohibition, 17 minutes after we left, our camera's audio picks up what sounds like a movement directly to the right of the camera. This movement is either a dragging sound or a displacement of pressure on the floorboards in this 3rd floor. Then, at 26 minutes, our camera's audio picks up what sounds like distinct footsteps coming from another room, or possibly another floor. At 33 minutes, the displacement on the floor to the right of the camera is back, but this time there are 3 distinct footsteps that appear to move from the back corner of this room towards the camera. Then at 41 minutes, you can hear what sounds like a high-pitched squeal or audio interference that we are unable to explain. Could the energy of the building be messing with the equipment? With this minor but interesting activity going on the 3rd floor, we turn to the equipment that is set up in the basement. At 20 minutes and 30 seconds, the camera's audio appears to pick up what sounds like a pressure on the hard plastic coating of our night vision camera. Is this a spirit touching the camera? And then at 44 minutes and 50 seconds, something very interesting is captured on our digital recorder. In the recording, you hear what sounds like 2 small glass objects clanking together. Remember, this area used to be a speakeasy back during the days of Prohibition. Could this be 2 spirits celebrating and clanking their shot glasses before they drink? There's no way to know, but we are anxious to get back into the building and start our investigation so that we can capture the spirits of the Jc Thompson Building on this Halloween night. To start the investigation, we decide to do an initial walkthrough of the 3rd floor, going to all of the different rooms. We stop and settle on a room that Sarah told us off camera investigators have had luck communicating with the former prostitutes of this institution. We set the camera up on a tripod. I sit on the windowsill, Dave and Andrew stand, and we put the REM pod on the floor at the base of the room. Hopefully the spirits of one of the prostitutes will come through and communicate with us.
Yeah, just like that. Except do it a little longer for me. There you go. Do you hear that shuffling down there? Can you make it light up to more than 1? Touch it a little more. Come on, you can do it. You can use my energy to try and light it up more. Come on. A little more. Do you think that's a malfunction again, Dave? I don't know. Because remember we tried it before and we did it.
Stop.
Stop touching the rod. Don't touch it. Let me turn it off and turn it back on. Give it 1 second, okay? I want to make sure that this isn't functioning. What the hell?
Is it the flashlight?
No. if I stepped away from it?
I'm getting cold.
Stop touching it.
I'm getting cold. Oh man. My hairs are standing up on my neck.
Wish we had another camera so we could get everybody in here.
Wow. Wow, man. I'm like tingling.
It's now on the
Did you make me cold just now?
windowsill. Can you sit on the other windowsill if I sit on this one? We can talk. Sit right in the corner there. Is that all you wanted, is just someone to talk to?
The REM pod has continuously alarmed, sitting on the floor. We thought it was a malfunction in the piece of equipment, so I pick it up, turn it off, and set it down in the exact same spot. After this, the REM pod continues to alarm in the exact same pattern. Again, thinking that the piece of equipment is malfunctioning, Dave picks up the REM pod, turns it off, restarts it, and sets it on the windowsill. But at this point, the REM pod does not alarm for the rest of this session. This is peculiar because if it was a problem with the batteries in the REM pod or was a malfunction in the equipment, it would have continued to alarm even though it had been moved. Could this have been a situation where the REM pod was sitting, that there was some sort of residual energy interacting with this piece of equipment? There's no way to know, but the way that the REM pod was behaving is certainly very strange and unexplained. With the REM pod not responding and the activity on the 3rd floor lessening, we decide to head down to the 2nd floor, over to the far end of the building, which at one time in the 1970s and 80s was occupied by a truckers' union. What activity lies waiting for us on the 2nd floor?
Ooh, there's that cold again. Are you making it cold in here? Man, come over here. It's ice cold over here. Like it comes and it goes. Like it hits me like it's passing through me. Why don't you just whisper?
Did you hear that? That was inside the building, bro.
I didn't hear anything.
It was down here, I swear I just heard
a
it.
laugh?
Yes.
Okay, I thought that was in my head.
I just heard it sounded like a little girl laugh out here.
That's what I heard upstairs, or wherever it was. Come here.
As we were all standing at opposite ends of this room, Dave and I heard what sounds like a little girl giggle from out in the annex. And on my recorder's audio, you can hear what sounds like the faint giggle of a young girl.
Why don't you just whisper? Shh. Why don't you just whisper? Why don't you just whisper?
Shh. Did you hear that?
We head in the direction that this laugh came from, and it takes us back to the 2nd floor area where earlier in the investigation, Andrew was coming in close contact with the other side.
Did you just touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the whole time.
You didn't touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the entire time.
Somebody pulled my jacket.
I didn't.
Come in.
Ah, okay, wait. I just heard a whisper say Andrew in my left ear.
Could the spirits of the Jc Thompson Building be beckoning us to this area?
Ooh, I don't know what's going on, but through here it's weird for me. It's not bad, but like, I don't know, like something wants to talk to me here. Damn.
What if we, because when I said, what if we left Andrew up here by himself?
Oh.
We heard the giggle. And then the activity started up again.
It did. Ah.
What if they want they want to talk to Andrew and just Andrew?
No. Oh no, I can't. I don't think I'm surprised I'm able to do all this tonight. I mean, I tell you, what if you guys went in that back room back there? Because I'm not.
Okay.
Just that room. Here, let me. You just promise me you won't leave.
We won't leave. We'll just be right in the back room over there.
All right.
And we'll be sitting silently right in the back room.
All right, just be right there.
Yeah. We can set up the camera on the tripod.
Before we can leave Andrew in this area by himself, I go downstairs to grab another camera battery for this camera, and also to grab the second camera for this experiment. Dave wanders into the other room to allow Andrew to prepare for his solo mission. And as Andrew is standing in this room by himself, something amazing happens, and it is all captured on the digital recorder, set up on the chair beside him.
I'm so cold. Dave, no, I gotta go. I just saw a woman.
Wait, stay here with me.
No, Dave.
Come right here. Come right here.
Dave, Ryan! I saw a woman.
I wasn't in here.
Where were you?
I was in here.
Dude, right there, walking towards me. As soon as I saw her, she stopped, and I turned, and she's gone. Walking.
Right in the same vicinity that Mike saw that.
And I looked up, and there she was, and she was staring at me just as much as I was staring at her.
A white dress, brown hair in a bun, dressed down to the ankles. And I saw her body clear as day, and like her face and her torso was like starting to appear, like it was starting to appear, but when I looked, it all wasn't there, like it was forming, and I just freaked the out.
We were extremely disappointed that we were not able to capture this full-body apparition on video. But for Andrew to have this experience is absolutely amazing. So we immediately go downstairs to review the audio of the recorder, just in case another piece of evidence was captured. And when we play back the whole event on the recorder, we are astonished at what we find.
I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Dave, no, I gotta go. I just saw a woman.
Wait, stay here with me.
No, Dave. No.
Could it be that whatever female spirit haunts the Jc Thompson Building was trying to get Andrew's attention and called out his name for him to look over and see her? This is one of the most remarkable pieces of evidence that we have ever captured, because it correlates Andrew's personal experience to the evidence that was captured on our digital recorder. This female spirit appears to be calling out to anyone who enters, for them to see and hear her.
I'm so cold.
And not only does this EVP validate his personal experience of seeing the woman, but it also validates his other personal experiences in this area earlier in the night.
Okay, wait. I just heard a whisper say Andrew in my left ear.
Could we have been led to this part of the building so that Andrew could come in contact with this woman?
I saw a woman.
I wasn't in here.
Where were you?
I was in here.
Dude!
Amazingly, Andrew musters up the courage to go back up to the same area where he saw the woman and do an investigation by himself. The only stipulation he has is that Dave and I have to be standing in the next room. After everything that has happened, he doesn't feel comfortable being in this room by himself. We feel that Andrew being by himself is the circumstance in which we have the highest possibility of capturing paranormal evidence. The question is, will this woman come through and communicate again?
I'm a little afraid. Just because this is, I'm not afraid of you. It's just, I don't know who you are. I don't know your name. I don't know what. Just, if you're here, just, you say something, knock on something, show yourself. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm so cold. What's your name? I don't know why any of this is happening right now. I feel like whoever you are, you're a good person. And I know you didn't mean to scare me, and I'm sorry that I got scared. I just didn't know how to react, okay? So if you're around, you can show yourself again. Oh, man. Oh, dude. Oh, I got like a knot in my stomach right now. Oh, dude. Wow. Are you making me feel pain right now? Did somebody hurt you in the stomach? If you're trapped here, and you're still in pain, and you want to talk about something that someone did to you, did someone hurt you? Do you want to talk about it? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Alright, that's just that. Oh, okay. Whoa, I just felt like whatever was happening was over, then I got hit with like a wave of dizziness.
Andrew feels like he gets hit with a burst of energy as he turns into the room where Dave and I are standing. And as he turns the camera past the window across the room from him, there appears to be a human-shaped shadow figure in the window, looking out at him. Upon first glance, this looks like an amazing piece of paranormal evidence, the holy grail of paranormal investigating, a shadow figure or an apparition. But as we all began to take a closer look at this so-called figure in this window, possible explanations began to emerge, until finally, we stumbled upon the right one. If you look in the window, what we are actually looking at is a reflection of Andrew's infrared light rig. It is held up beside his head and does not move as he pans the camera across the glass, just as he does when he is standing there. Throwing this explanation out there leaves many open holes for interpretation, and we ourselves were very confused with how this reflection would work out logistically. If this were an actual reflection of Andrew, wouldn't the infrared light bounce off of the window? And also, wouldn't the camera rig be on the opposite side of his head in accordance with the reflection? And as we began to think more, we finally found the explanation. This is not a reflection of Andrew himself, but a reflection of his shadow. The camera that sits static on the tripod has a bright infrared light blasting onto Andrew, which is casting his shadow onto the wall behind him. And as he slowly pans his camera around past this window, the reflection in the window shows the very top of the infrared light extender and his hand and arm, making it look like a head and shoulders of a human being. If you look just off to the right of this, you can see Andrew's head, face, and glasses. This is a perfect example of an image that could very easily be mistaken for a piece of paranormal evidence. And this is why, as paranormal investigators, we constantly have to stay diligent and test each and every piece of evidence to its fullest extent before classifying it as spiritual activity. So it comes with great disappointment that I have to tell you that this shadow in the window is in fact Andrew and his camera rig, rather than an apparition. But that sadness is gratifying, because we know that we have done our jobs as paranormal investigators in testing our evidence to its fullest extent. With morning fast approaching, we have one more place to investigate in this building. The basement, that was once rumored to be a speakeasy back during the days of Prohibition, and was also the site of the death of Bert Sweargard when the building burned down and he was crushed by one of the walls. We set up the REM pod on a sawhorse, right beside a bottle of alcohol and a shot of whiskey. We are hoping that the alcohol will entice the spirits to come out and communicate with us as they party and drink.
Come on, that's really rude. We're offering you a free drink, and you're just letting it sit there. It's there, right for the drinking.
It is not only completely silent with a lack of any paranormal evidence, but also a complete lack of any paranormal or spiritual energy at all. And with the sun coming up over the Jc Thompson Building, it is time for us to pack up our equipment and end this Halloween investigation. We came to the Jc Thompson Building tonight to see what paranormal evidence we could capture when the veil between our world and the spirit world was at its thinnest on this Halloween night. And we did not come out empty-handed. With an absolutely overwhelming energy that seemed to be attracted to Andrew himself.
Did you just touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the whole time.
You didn't touch my jacket?
No, I was watching him the entire time.
Somebody pulled my jacket.
I didn't.
Come in.
Ah, okay, wait. I just heard a whisper say Andrew in my left ear.
A full-bodied apparition.
I saw a woman.
I wasn't in here.
Where were you?
I was in here.
Dude!
And an EVP that was so shocking, it forced Andrew to break down in tears. The Jc Thompson Building delivered to us some of our most profound paranormal evidence. Only one question remains. Was it actually Halloween night that caused such a stir and such a high level of paranormal activity? Or is this building just a haven for some of the lost souls and spirits that have died in East Liverpool, Ohio? Waiting to be seen and heard.